We've talked about how the food environment changed and why none of this is your fault. Today, I want to introduce a concept I think will reframe the way you think about your body entirely. I call it your natural default body weight. This is the weight where you feel your best, not a number someone assigned you, not a before and after photo goal. It's where you feel optimized, strong, energetic, clear-headed. You feel good inside and out. For most people, this tends to fall somewhere within the normal BMI range. And if we're being more specific, probably somewhere in the middle of it. But here's what I want you to understand. It's different for every individual. There is no magic number that applies to everyone. And here's the really interesting part. I believe this is where your body wants to be. If you were to slowly reduce the engineered, ultra-processed foods we talked about in the last episode and replace them with whole foods, your body would naturally begin drifting back towards this weight. Not because you're starving yourself, not because you're grinding through workouts, but because you're removing the interference. Your body knows where it wants to go. You just have to stop fighting it. Now, and I want to be really clear about this, if you're above the normal BMI range and you genuinely feel great, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. No judgment, no guilt. This isn't about hitting a number on a chart. It's about where you feel your best. That's the only metric that matters here. This concept isn't meant to make anyone feel bad about where they are. It's meant to give people who want to feel better a framework for understanding what they're moving toward and why it doesn't have to be as hard as they've been told. Here's something else I want you to hear, because I'm not here to villainize food. Some of what's happened in the food industry is genuinely wonderful. The flavors, the convenience, the variety, there's real joy in that. And I don't think we need to throw it all away. What I believe is that we can balance it. Now that you have this awareness, you can be intentional. You can enjoy the flavors, just not as the focus of every meal every day. Maybe that means you enjoy the foods a few times a week, maybe once a week. Maybe it's a once in a while treat you actually savor more because it's occasional. That's entirely your call. There's no one-size-fits-all answer here. The problem was never enjoying engineered food. The problem was when it became the default, when it quietly took over without you ever making a conscious choice about it. So now you know what your natural default body weight is, and you know what's been pulling you away from it. Next time, we're going to start talking about what it actually looks like to move toward it, without being too strict, without punishment, and without giving up the foods you love entirely.